know that you know it, 'cause you already messed it up. You got me paper thin, doing concrete things, got me romance in the madness.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Simone Sharice, and today in this video, I'm gonna be doing a install as usual. This unit is from Afsisterwig. It already came bleached, by the way, so that made me not have to do much work. It also comes with a headband, adjustable straps, and so forth. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put on my stocking cap, which later on I did end up taking it off just because I didn't really have a need for it. The scalp is really light. Like I mentioned, they do bleach the knots for you. Well, they did on this unit. I feel like some parts of it were over bleached, so you will probably see that towards the end of the video. However, I loved the hair on this unit. Like, it was really nice and silky, so probably might be wearing this unit a couple of times on my Insta story. If you guys are not following me, follow me, Simone.Sharice. Okay, so now what I'm doing is my typical install technique. I use the spray, I use a blow dryer, and I kind of just hold it down into place until it dries. Now, what I do want to stress to you guys, as I always say, is when it's in the process of drying, do not move it. If you move it as you're drying it, it's going to turn crusty, okay? This lace was way too white, though, and you're going to see how white it is in a second. A lot of times, like when you're getting units, choosing the perfect lace is so important, but you can see how white this lace was. Now, I didn't get a chance to choose the lace, or I don't know if they had other options, but I was able to fix this. So if you keep watching, towards the end of the video, I will show you guys how I mastered it and how I fixed it. But it's really simple. You just need an extra product, which I'm going to end up showing you in a second. Okay, so at this point, I was getting really frustrated with the hairline. I did use some Gotta Be Glued, the gel, and I put it on the back of my hand and just pretty much pressed the gel into my hairline, kind of just getting the crusty parts to go away. Now, some might say that this is because of the hairspray. It's not because of the hairspray, because I always do this method, but the lace was already light to begin with, okay? So it was already light to begin with. So I had to do a lot of work, but this step is like what you need to do before you can go into the next step. So it really doesn't make a difference. You can see a little bit, it's getting lighter. Now, if you have any extra gel laying around your hairline, don't worry about it. You can always wipe it off with water once your hair is dry. So I went to go ahead and use my contour palette from Black Radiance, and I used the middle color, and I kind of just painted this all over my hairline. I started off with a small brush, and I needed a larger brush, so you might have to use a larger brush. Don't put too much. Take enough out of the palette. Like, you know, just dab your brush in and keep going. This part is what really made it look normal. Okay, so this is like step 3. What you do want to do is cut your baby hairs very short. You're gonna need baby hairs for this unit, so if you don't like it, sorry child, but you're gonna need it. Use mousse and just really go ahead and sculpt the hairs into the direction that you want it to go in. You can do smaller baby hairs, you can do larger, it's totally up to you. I always opt for smaller ones, so over here you are going to see me cutting it a tad bit shorter because that's just more of my preference, and using as much mousse as possible. This does not make your wig lift up. I think somebody asked me that question, you know, since you have the gel. No, that gel is strong as shit, and so is the hairspray. So this is how the hair looks now. This right here, this is a transformation, okay? You can't tell me nothing. This, compared to how it was before, is a huge difference. But it takes work and it takes time. And I'm saying that because some people feel like when you put on a wig, you should just throw it on your head and that's it. Sometimes, yeah. Most of the times, no. So get with it. You're gonna have to spend some time getting your wig to be perfect, because you might order a wig from somewhere else and it might happen to you. So it's best that you know. I wanted to show you guys how this unit looked in the middle part. I was going to do this other hairstyle, but it really wasn't working out, so I'm going to actually go ahead and change it. But look at how great the parting looks on this unit. For the parts that are over bleached, I did use some mascara to kind of color in those blank areas or like the over bleached areas, just so that it can look a little bit more normal, especially in daylight. Now for this hairstyle, I'm only using the middle section of my head and rubber bands, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the front part of that into one rubber band and then attach it and put the first ponytail into the second ponytail, and then the second ponytail into the third ponytail. And then make sure you like a little tug at the end, like tighten it a little bit. Okay, so now that we're done with that, the next thing we're going to go on to is kind of, first of all, before we go into curling the hair, I want to show you guys how the hair looks when it's straight. To flatten out the roots of my wig, I am going to use a curling iron. I've been trying to alternate between a curling iron and a hot comb because not everyone has a hot comb, even though you should have one and you need to get it. But if you don't have one, you can go ahead and use your curling iron. Again, this is the mascara that I'm using. You can use any black mascara, just paint it down, smush it down with your finger. See, that's my cousin in the back. She never uses a hot comb. I tell her to buy one all the time, and she does not buy one. Don't give me the finger. Here I'm using my wand. I'll have it down below for you guys. But I'm using this to just curl my hair, give myself some nice tight curls, and then kind of fluff it out with my hands afterwards. So from here on out, I'm going to show you guys how I curl my hair. Then just run your fingers through it. Don't feel like you're gonna mess it up because the point is you want it to look nice and fluffed out as possible. I did use my Garnier Fructis Voluminous hairspray. It doesn't make your hair crunchy, but it does add a lot of volume to your hair. So I did use this in between and kind of just scrunched my hair up as much as I could, just so that it looked very, very, very full. And this is practically my end result before the slay. Okay, so. But I did want to go ahead and add a little bit of fixing up in certain areas. But for the most part, we are done. We are done. Don't forget, guys, everything, including the wig, where it's from, the specs on it, the length, the texture, everything will be down below for you guys. If you do like my makeup look, this entire video is on my Instagram. My makeup look is on Instagram. So kind of have to go both ways because you guys love me and I love you. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.